What's up, everybody? I'm AK and welcome to the Minority Mindset. Passive income, making money while you sleep. It's something that we all dream about. See what I did there? You see what I did there, right? But how do you achieve this dream? How do you make that money machine that's gonna print out those bills for you automatically? Well, one way to do it is through dividend paying stocks. What's a dividend? Well, a dividend is a payment made to owners of a company. And the way you can become an owner of a company is by buying that company's stock. One share is one part of the company. You own that share, you own a part of the company. And if you own a company, then of course you are gonna share in the profits that the company makes. And the way you're gonna do that in the stock market when you own shares of a company is through something called a dividend. The dividend is how that company is gonna pay you. Usually companies pay out the dividends to their shareholders either once a quarter or even some of them do it once a month. So if you wanna be an owner and wanna be getting paid some of those profits, well then first you need to buy a dividend paying stock. So most stocks that pay dividends come from large companies. I'm talking about companies like AT&T, Shell, Johnson & Johnson, you know, those big boys. They're the large companies that have been around for a while. So when you buy a share of these companies, the company will announce the dividend. As soon as it does, that dividend money will go straight into your brokerage account. And how much money you get depends on two things. First, how many shares you have, and second, how much the company decides to pay out. So companies are gonna pay out a dividend to any people who have shares of the company, right? So the more shares that you have, the more in dividends you're gonna get. More shares, more money. Pretty simple. But different companies pay different amounts, and how much they pay is something called the dividend yield. And the dividend yield, it sounds fancy, but it's just a simple percentage. It is the percentage of the amount they're paying out versus what the stock price is. So take Apple, for example. Last February, they paid out a dividend of 73 cents. And that 73 cents, based on their share price at the time, came out to a dividend yield of about 1.5%. So if you had one share of Apple, you're gonna get 73 cents because they're paying 73 cents per share. If you had 100 shares of Apple, well, then you get $73. And that's it. You didn't have to do anything. All you had to do was just own Apple. Passive income. It's so nice. Now, there are also other stocks that have much higher dividend yields, like for example, REITs, which are real estate investment trusts. Now, we'll get into the details of what REITs are in a different video, but all you need to know is that they're basically focused on real estate. And these guys, like if you buy stock in one of these REITs, they're paying dividend yields of closer to 6%, where we had Apple just paying out 1.5. So in companies like that, your dividends can really add up and really create a passive income. And by the way, if you want to buy any of these stocks that we're talking about, we actually put together a 5-step guide that's going to teach you exactly how to do that. You'll get that for free when you sign up for our stock market newsletter, which I'll put a link to up here and down below in the description of this video. And it's all free. It's good stuff. Now, when you get the dividend into your brokerage account, there's a few things you could do. One, you could take it and go out there and buy some stuff. Or two, you can start a dividend reinvestment program. And that option, which is available at all major brokerages, will automatically invest all your dividends right back into the stock. That way you can keep growing and growing the amount of shares you have so your dividends will become larger and larger over time. It's a pretty cool feature. I use it a lot. There's also these cool things called dividend ETFs. And an ETF is just like any other stock. You could buy shares in it, but what it does is combine a bunch of different companies into one thing. So you can buy one share of this ETF and you'll have exposure to a bunch of different companies. And there are specific ETFs that just focus purely on dividend companies. And buying into that ETF will give you access to a diversified portfolio of dividend stocks. One example is the VYM ETF at Vanguard. And this diversification is nice because then you don't have to worry about one of your dividend companies going bankrupt and not paying you dividends anymore. And you don't have to worry about that because you're in the ETF, which is invested in a bunch of different companies. It's a lot safer and you could still get good passive income. Now, of course, we all want to know how much passive income we could actually make with this dividend stock strategy. So let's take an example of a stock that has a 5% dividend yield. If you have just $10,000 invested in that stock over the course of a year, you are going to make $500 just from the dividend. If you have $100,000 in that stock, then you're going to make $5,000 a year from doing nothing. Kick that up to $1 million invested and you're going to make $50,000 a year in passive income. So is a dividend stock strategy going to make you rich overnight? No, really nothing gets you rich overnight. But over time, if you keep investing and keep compounding those gains, then you can have a really nice, steady passive income flow from your dividend stocks. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and share it with one friend so we can spread the word. Subscribe to the Minority Mindset channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our new stock market videos, which come out every Monday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And if you want more of me, AK, well, you can check out my personal channel, Fallible, where we publish videos every single day on business and investing related topics. I'll see you in the next video.